This also explains why so many individuals are unwell. It also explains why there are so many mental illnesses today. It also explains why people are getting older at such an early age. It has a lot to do with sleeping. There are several things that will undoubtedly disrupt your sleep. Does this scene seem familiar to you? The home is silent, the night is dark, and you're wide awake again, taking that leisurely trek to the bathroom. You are not alone. Millions of older men and women are all too familiar with this routine. Getting up once, twice, or even 3 times per night to urinate. And every time it happens, something valuable is taken away. Sleep. Instead of sleeping peacefully, your night has been divided into bits. But before we begin, I'd like to learn anything about you. Where are you watching this video and what time is it now? Please share in the comments. I read each message and it makes me feel closer to you. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and turn on the bell symbol. That way you'll never miss another health advice designed specifically for seniors like you. Let's get started. You get back into bed, but the comfort has vanished. You toss and turn, and when you wake up, you don't feel refreshed, but rather exhausted. Sleep should be restorative and comfortable, but for many seniors, it is disrupted by a restless bladder. It's not just inconvenient, it depletes your energy, attitude, and even memory. But here's the good news. Nature has discreetly kept a secret for centuries. A natural, nutritious oil extracted from tiny green seeds. It's rich, golden, and prized throughout Europe for its ability to relax the bladder and support the prostate. Today we'll discover this gift together. It's called pumpkin seed oil, and it could be the missing component to reclaiming your nights. I'd like to now check at urine frequency. Many guys in their 50s and 60s discover that they need to use the restroom many times every night. This is indicative of an irritated prostate. You see, the prostate gland is about the size of a small walnut, and the urinary tubes pass through it. So if the prostate is inflamed, it might restrict urinary flow. The issue is midnight urinating in seniors with Nocturia. Before we go into solutions, let's take a time to thoroughly comprehend the situation. If you've been waking up at night to urinate, you may have thought, why me? Why now? Doctors refer to this trend as Nocturia, which simply means waking up once or more during the night to pass urine. It may seem like a little inconvenience, but it is one of the most common and disruptive difficulties for older folks. According to studies, approximately 70% of persons over the age of 65 suffer from Nocturia, and the cause is significantly more complex than simply drinking too much water before bed. As we age, our bladder, the little muscular sac that stores urine, loses part of its suppleness. It just cannot extend or hold as much as it once did. Consider a balloon that has been used numerous times. It no longer expands quite as much as it once did. This indicates that the urge to urinate occurs more quickly, even if the bladder is not totally full. The prostate gland is another important factor for men. Benign prostatic hyperplasia is a disorder in which the prostate enlarges as people age. This growth strains against the bladder and urethra, making it difficult to empty completely. What was the result? Frequent impulses, poor flow, and an irritating desire to get up repeatedly. Women's hormonal changes during menopause might have an impact on the bladder and urinary system. Lower estrogen levels have an effect on the tissues and muscles that regulate urine. The bladder becomes more sensitive, reactive, and demanding at night. Let's not forget about other impacts. Certain drugs, particularly diuretics, might cause an increase in overnight urine production. Diabetes and heart disease are 2 medical diseases that may play an impact. Lifestyle choices such as late-night caffeine, alcohol, or salty foods might exacerbate the condition. The influence, however, extends far beyond the bladder. Every time you get out of bed, your sleep cycle is interrupted. You miss out on the opportunity to sleep deeply and restfully. This frequent interruption has a negative impact on your health over weeks and months. Fatigue rises, focus falters, mood darkens, and the nights gradually feel longer while the days feel heavier. And let's be honest, getting up in the dark poses additional risk. Each trip to the restroom raises the danger of falling, which is one of the most serious hazards to independence as we age. Even when they finally get back to bed, many seniors remain restless due to their fear. So, nocturia is more than simply an annoyance. We are discussing a topic that is fundamental to one's well-being. It affects your energy levels, safety, memory, and overall quality of life. The question is, should this simply be accepted as a natural aspect of aging? Or are there natural ways to assist the bladder, prostate, and body to help you sleep better? That is exactly where pumpkin seed oil enters the picture. What is pumpkin seed oil? Now that we have a better understanding of the problem, let us look at a natural cure that may provide actual relief. Pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seed oil is exactly what it sounds like. Oil squeezed from the little flat seeds of pumpkins. At first appearance, it appears simple, but inside those tiny seeds is a nutritional powerhouse. When cold pressed, the oil turns a deep green to reddish gold color with a rich, nutty flavor. It has been revered for generations as both food and medicine, particularly in Austria, Slovenia, and Hungary. In traditional families, pumpkin seed oil served more than just a cooking purpose. It was used to improve bladder strength, relieve urinary issues, and increase male vitality. Families would drizzle it over salads, soups, and breads, not only for flavor, but also because they believed it provided distinct nutritional benefits to the body. Science today helps to understand why. Pumpkin seed oil is naturally high in zinc, which is important for prostate health and hormone balance. It contains magnesium, which relaxes muscles and relieves bladder spasms. It also contains omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and promote general cell health. Perhaps most notably, it contains phytosterols, a type of plant chemical. These molecules mirror the body's natural cholesterol, which helps regulate hormones and support the urinary system. Together, these nutrients provide a delicate yet potent combination that specifically addresses the needs of the aging bladder and prostate. Unlike synthetic medications, pumpkin seed oil does not push the body to react. Instead, it nourishes, balances, and strengthens what already exists. Pumpkin seed oil is unique due to its combination of ancient wisdom and current evidence. It is a food and a natural treatment, both simple and profound. And for elders seeking relief from nighttime restroom journeys, it may provide a safe and long-term ally. So the issue is, how does pumpkin seed oil work within the body to provide these benefits? That's what we'll discover next. How pumpkin seed oil promotes bladder and prostate health. So now we've arrived at the center of our journey. How does pumpkin seed oil genuinely help the bladder and prostate? What is it doing inside the body that deserves our attention? Let's start with the bladder. The bladder is a sturdy, muscular bag, and like any other muscle in the body, it can deteriorate with age. When it loses tone and suppleness, it sends signals to the brain much sooner than necessary. That is why many elderly folks feel the need to urinate, even when their bladder isn't full. Pumpkin seed oil includes chemicals that appear to soothe hyperactive muscles in the bladder wall while also improving overall bladder function. Think of it as tuning an instrument. The oil helps restore the bladder's balance, preventing the warning from sounding too soon. Another method pumpkin seed oil benefits the bladder is through its anti-inflammatory properties. The seeds include natural antioxidants, carotenoids, and vitamin E, which protect tissues from inflammation. Less irritation indicates less urgency and discomfort. Now, let's talk about the prostate, which is extremely significant for men. As men age, their prostate glands frequently begin to grow. This disorder, known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, is not cancer, but it can create serious complications. The swollen gland presses against the urethra, a thin canal that drains pee from the body. Imagine stepping on a garden hose. The flow becomes feeble and irregular, and the hose never fully empties. This is what many men go through when they have an enlarged prostate. Pumpkin seed oil contains phytosterols, which are naturally occurring plant molecules that resemble cholesterol. These phytosterols may interfere with the process that causes prostate hypertrophy. Several clinical investigations have found that men who use pumpkin seed oil experience fewer symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia. They had better urine flow, less urgency, and fewer overnight toilet visits. It is not a quick remedy, but the body adapts to this moderate assistance over the course of weeks and months. Women can benefit from pumpkin seed oil as well. When estrogen levels drop during menopause, the bladder and urinary tract tissues thin out and become more sensitive. Pumpkin seed oil appears to strengthen these tissues while reducing urgency. A tiny study found that supplementing with pumpkin seed extract improved the symptoms of people with overactive bladder. The oil's benefits extend beyond the bladder and prostate. The zinc it contains promotes hormone balance and immunological function, both of which are critical for older persons. Magnesium relaxes not only the bladder muscles, but the entire neurological system, which can lead to more restful evenings. Put all of these effects together, and you can see why this oil has been revered for millennia. It nourishes from the inside out, working with the body rather than against it. It does not sedate you. It does not put your body into chemical servitude. Rather, it provides the minerals and plant substances that your bladder and prostate require to function properly. Consider an elderly individual, let's call him George, age 72. For years, he had been accustomed to waking up 3 or 4 times per night. It felt like a natural part of aging. However, after incorporating pumpkin seed oil into his regular diet, he began to observe results. The urgency was less acute, the flow was stronger, and gradually his nights became quieter. He was not cured, but he did improve. In elder health, even minor improvements can make a significant difference. So, whether it's reducing inflammation, relieving muscle spasms, or improving prostate function, pumpkin seed oil acts on multiple levels at once. That layered assistance is what makes it such a promising alternative for seniors dealing with the nighttime struggle of nocturia. Next, let's take a break from the oil and discuss something equally important: why uninterrupted sleep is so important for older individuals, and why every nighttime trip to the bathroom is more important than you might realize. Why undisturbed sleep is important for seniors. He also demonstrated that 10 nights of 6 hours of sleep per night resulted in 50% lower physical and cognitive function. Despite this, most people think 6 hours is adequate. 6 hours is definitely better than 4 hours, but after 6 hours, you feel fine. And that is a deception. After 4 hours of sleep, you are not feeling well. And it's not unusual to get 6 hours of sleep each night. It's what you do every night that counts. Now that we've seen how pumpkin seed oil can assist, let's pause and consider why unbroken sleep is so important, especially as we become older. Sleep is more than just rest. The silent hours are when cells mend, memories are stored, and hormones are reset. But when sleep is disrupted by 1, 2, or 3 nighttime potty journeys, the mending process fails. Seniors face larger stakes. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at achieving deep restorative sleep. A young person may fall back asleep quickly, but older people frequently toss and turn for 20 minutes or more. Sometimes a single interruption can ruin the entire night. Why does this matter? Because sleep affects every aspect of health. Without regular rest, energy levels plummet, making it difficult to remain active or safe. Poor sleep is associated with longer reaction times, poor balance, and an increased chance of falling. The intellect also suffers. During sleep, the brain organizes memories and removes poisons. Interrupted sleep can cause forgetfulness, brain fog, and difficulty concentrating. Chronic disruption has been linked to accelerated cognitive deterioration. Sleep is also essential for the immune system. At night, the body produces infection-fighting cells. Seniors already have a weakened immune system, so interrupted sleep increases the risk of sickness and mood Even one sleepless night might bring anger or anxiety. Months of inadequate sleep can exacerbate anxiety or sadness, depleting emotional resiliency. For many, bladder or prostate difficulties are at the heart of this cycle. Men with enlarged prostates wake frequently, but women may experience bladder alterations during menopause. A 2-hour restroom excursion, which may appear inconvenient, steals away the body's finest healing hours. Consider it this way. Every nighttime interruption is more than just a lost moment of sleep. It is also a missed opportunity for restoration. Between midnight and 4 a.m., growth hormone levels peak, tissues regenerate, and the brain resets. If you miss those hours, your body will pay the price. This is why solutions are important. Sleeping all night is not a luxury. It promotes energy, memory, immunity, mood, and independence. Now, let's look at how pumpkin seed oil might be included into a regular routine to protect those important hours. Also, start each meal with pumpkin seeds. Every meal, start with a 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds. Now that we understand why undisturbed sleep is so crucial, the next question is straightforward. How do you utilize pumpkin seed oil in everyday life? The good news is that it's simple to incorporate and doesn't require you to modify your entire lifestyle to benefit. Pumpkin seed oil can be taken in 2 different ways: use as a supplement or as part of your daily diet. Let us start with vitamins. Many health food stores and pharmacies sell soft gel capsules containing pumpkin seed oil. This is a simple alternative if you don't want to modify your diet or prefer a regular daily dose. Most trials that found advantages for the bladder and prostate employed dosages ranging from 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams per day, divided into 2 doses. For most seniors, taking 1 or 2 capsules with each meal is a safe and beneficial regimen. The second path is through the oil itself. Pumpkin seed oil has a rich, nutty flavor that makes it an excellent addition to cuisine. It should not be used for frying since high temperatures destroy its delicate constituents, but it is ideal as a finishing oil. You can sprinkle it on salads and vegetables or add it into yogurt. 2 teaspoons each day can deliver the same advantages as capsules, while also adding flavor and delight. For those who want a middle ground, pumpkin seed extract powders and mixes are also available. These can be used into smoothies or shakes, providing versatility for diverse tastes. When adding pumpkin seed oil, uniformity is essential. The body doesn't transform overnight. It may take several weeks to detect a difference, and improvements are usually gradual. Patience pays off here. Of course, it is always advisable to consult with a healthcare provider before beginning any new supplement, especially if you are using drugs or have a chronic illness. While pumpkin seed oil is typically safe, it is crucial to ensure that it is appropriate for your individual health needs. In short, using pumpkin seed oil is straightforward. Capsules for convenience, oils for flavor, and powders for versatility. Choose the form that best fits your lifestyle and allow it time to work. A daily habit for more restful nights. You're probably wondering how I'm going to incorporate all of this into a real-world daily routine. Allow me to provide a simple regimen for relaxing the bladder, supporting the prostate, and preparing the body for deeper relaxation. Morning, start your day with a glass of water to be hydrated, but restrict your caffeine intake. Coffee and strong tea might irritate the bladder. Instead, try herbal teas. Take 1 capsule of pumpkin seed oil with your breakfast. If you prefer liquid oil, add a teaspoon to porridge, yogurt, or toast. Maintain your activity level throughout the afternoon. Even a gentle walk helps to circulate blood and regulate hormones that influence sleep quality. Have your second serving of pumpkin seed oil with lunch or as an afternoon snack. Maintain consistent fluid intake throughout the day, but begin to lower it around 6 p.m. Choose a light dinner high in veggies and protein, but not too salty, as salt can cause evening thirst. Avoid consuming coffee or alcohol late at night. Relax before going to bed by doing something peaceful like reading, stretching, or listening to soft music. Use the restroom once before going to bed. Make sure your sleep environment is cold, dark, and quiet. If you stick to this routine on a daily basis, your body and pumpkin seed oil will have the highest opportunity of collaborating to help you sleep better. So you now understand why fragmented sleep is such a problem for seniors, how pumpkin seed oil benefits the bladder and prostate, and how a simple daily regimen can help you get back to sleeping well. The message is plain. Waking up often to use the restroom is not something you have to accept as a natural part of aging. Nature has provided instruments that, with patience, can deliver real alleviation. If this message resonated with you, don't wait. Try incorporating pumpkin seed oil into your everyday routine alongside other healthy behaviors. Allow your body to rest, recuperate, and repair as it was made to. Remember that a good night's sleep isn't a luxury. It is your right, the foundation for energy, memory, and delight in the years to come. That's it for today, guys. If you found this video useful, please share it with a friend or loved one who may be battling with overnight bathroom excursions. Don't forget to subscribe so you can join us as we explore additional natural ways to support health and well-being. If this video impacted your heart in any way, please let me know by liking it, sharing it with someone you care about, or leaving a comment. Thank you for watching, and as always, remain informed and healthy.